Oh, you know about this, a lot of the schools around New York keep sending reporters over to interview me. So this little girl comes over from girls' college the other day, and she says, we want to know if a career in television as a writer compensates for marriage. Now, that's crazy. You know, on a cold night, you're going to warm your feet on the back of a typewriter? Another thing she wanted to know was how old a girl should be before she can go to a prom, you know, wearing a strapless dress. So I said, if it stays up, you're old enough.
The hot box. A much bolder variety of crop dusting is termed the hot box. The hot box, also known as an air raid or elevator expulsion, occurs when flatulence is released in a small, crowded, contained space. There's no anonymity in a hot box, so when performing this devious act, be prepared to either apologize profusely or be mercilessly ridiculed.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another program with me, Dr. Ruth, and random callers who have questions about good sex. Here's our first caller.
My ex-girlfriend posted pictures of me wearing assless rubber pants on the internet. I'm very upset and angry about the betrayal.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I saw those pictures. I must say, if you're going to wear assless rubber pants, for heaven's sake, shave your ass! Why can't the lesbian community understand this? Nobody wants to see a hairy ass on an otherwise hot dyke. Who's next? Hello, Dr. Ruth. I'm still a virgin, but I was recently diagnosed with an STD. It must have happened when I was using a public restroom. How can I explain this to my boyfriend? That depends. Does he still believe in the tooth fairy? Who's our next caller?
Hello, Dr. Ruth. I am 52 years old and I've missed my period for several months now. My husband thinks that after all this time I should at least be showing. Do you suppose I see a gynecologist to make sure the pregnancy is going along smoothly?
Actually, this does not look like a matter for a gynecologist to me. Better you go straight to a psychiatrist, because it is not your female parts that you need examined. Next caller.
Hello, Dr. Ruth. I like chick flicks. Am I gay?
That depends. Do you like action-adventure movies and football games as well?
Not really.
I think you just answered your own question. Who's next?
Hello, Dr. Ruth. Our daughter is asking to be put on the pill, but my wife and I don't believe in birth control.
Maybe there's good news for you. A new pill has been developed. It weighs 800 pounds.
800 pounds?
Yes, indeed. You can maneuver it to block the door of your daughter's bedroom. We've time for one more caller.
Hello, Dr. Ruth. What's all this fuss about thespians? Why don't people leave them alone?
I don't understand it either. Some of them are really good actors. What they do in their private life is nobody's business. That's all the time we have for today. Until next time, always remember and never forget, anything two consenting adults do in the privacy of their own bedroom, living room, or on the kitchen table is good sex.
Number 3. Sometimes 3 is not a lucky number. This type of diarrhea makes you feel as if you are urinating out of the wrong end. And number 3 is often a violent discharge, sometimes with very little warning, and may often be accompanied by tremendous gaseous emissions. As you feel its sudden onset, your sense of relief that you made it to the toilet in time is quickly replaced by the ill feeling associated with the release of number 3. This type of poo is not pleasant. Crop dusting. Crop dusting is a surreptitious act that can be performed out of malice or as a means to avoid being identified as the source of a particularly vile-smelling fart. Crop dusting is executed by precisely synchronizing flatal release with a brisk walk in the vicinity of a group of unsuspecting, distracted individuals, thereby leaving the abhorrent aroma in your wake. By the time the innocent bystanders catch wind of the stench, you are well on your way. Synonymous with carpet bombing, napalm, shock and awe, the trailer, the drive-by, and the dirty bomb.
Oh, you know about this, a lot of the schools around New York keep sending reporters over to interview me. So this little girl comes over from girls' college the other day, and she says, we want to know if a career in television as a writer compensates for marriage. Now, that's crazy. You know, on a cold night, you're going to warm your feet on the back of a typewriter? Another thing she wanted to know was how old a girl should be before she can go to a prom, you know, wearing a strapless dress. So I said, if it stays up, you're old enough. Over the weekend, you know, the trade fair was going to close, so I ran down. And I feel that as an American, I should go and, buy little things. I want them to see that I'm friendly to the country. So I passed the Israeli booth. I'm more than friendly with them. I made a small purchase, and it was bubble gum made in Israel. Really? And I was thinking to myself, you know, bubble gum from the Holy Land. You know, it's like finding a Coke machine in a confessional. It's just wonderful. Bubble gum made in Israel. They're really moving ahead. You know.
More fun. Now this don't look bad at all. This ain't nothing but some glamour. Honey, let me pick up this phone and call Mabel. Hello, Mabel? This is Ruby Lee, honey. Guess what I done? Girl, I done bought myself a blind wig. What you mean if I lost my mind? What is Henry gonna say? Henry better not say nothing. Henry might tell me when to come and go and all that kind of mess. But when it comes to telling me what's to wear on my head, honey, somebody's got to go. Better not come in here giving me no bad time. Especially with all the stuff I done put up with Henry.
Really? You got anything to eat? I'm starved.
Honey, let me get off of this phone. Here's this hungry man. Call you later.
Woman, what in the world is that thing you got on your head?
Henry, don't you come in here asking me what's this thing I got on my head. It's a wig, that's what it is.
A wig?
You heard me. A wig, and I bought it.
You bought it with my money? Woman, you ain't got no business spending my money on no wig. I put money in this house for bacon and eggs and pork chops and dog.
And a wig, too. Hand-tied at that.
Ruby Lee, you ain't gonna wear that thing out in the street.
Oh, yes, I am gonna wear it out in the street. Wear it anywhere I wanna wear it.
I don't see why you don't fix your hair like Jessie May anyhow. Well, her hair's always shining pretty.
I've got news for you. The same shiny hair you see on Jessie May's head is a wig, too. Me and her bought them at the same time. I don't know.
Well, you sure got a lot of nerve if you're gonna wear that thing. I bet old Mabel and Jessie May's on your party line talking about you like a dog.
Well, I'm gonna pick up this phone and see.
I don't know, dig them old gossiping old women buying them hair wigs. Took my money and bought a
Girl, did you see that blonde wig Ruby Lee bought? Honey, I told her she must be losing her mind. You mean to tell me she's got the nerve to wear that thing in the street? If she do, honey, she sure, Lord, will stop traffic.
stop that eavesdropping on that telephone. Come on, give me my food.
Oh, shut up, Henry. You ain't got no manners at all. You might have heard me listening in. Mabel and Jessie May ain't no friends of mine, no how. Wicked two-faced itself. Don't make me no difference what they say about this blonde wig. I'm gonna wear it in the street, out in the street, anywhere I want to wear it. Ain't nobody gonna question me about what I'm gonna put on my head. Henry and nobody else. I bought it. Don't make me no difference whose money I used. I've got this wig and I'm gonna wear it.
The Crapper. Thomas Crapper, a British plumber in the mid-19th century, is widely credited with inventing the toilet, though this is not in fact true. In reality, Sir John Harrington designed the first flush toilet in 1596, some 250 years before Crapper. However, since buildings had no plumbing to bring in the water to make the toilets flush in the 16th century, the introduction of the flush toilet had to wait until the 19th century, when Crapper is credited with introducing the modern flushing toilet.
Rita? Yes? Do you have a moment?
Yes, Helga, I'm not busy at all.
Say, Rita, did you see that movie on the porn channel with that porn star?
Which one?
The one you like so much.
You mean the one with the hairy ass? The wide shoulders?
I mean the one where the two guys went down the street together and that hooker with the wobbly titties.
And then the priest turned out to be...
What priest?
The priest was an undercover cop.
There was no undercover cop.
The cop was really in love with the hooker, and then the pimp joined in and they had a three-way.
No, Rita. I'm talking about the one where all the bellboys in a luxury hotel worked with just a bow tie around their neck.
Where the nymphomaniac had cocaine hidden in her pussy?
What pussy? You got that mixed up with the one with the topless meter maid in the Berlin Wall.
That must be pre-condom classic if the Berlin Wall was still in it.
It's not the real Berlin Wall. They just had some cardboard.
Nobody cares about the stupid plot anyway. It's all about the titties, the peckers. Or was it a dildo?
You don't know the difference?
Now I'm not even sure. Maybe it was neither. Maybe it was a dick.
You think it was a dick?
Yes.
Why didn't you say that right away?
But doesn't every guy in a porno movie have a dick?
One would think. At long last we've got it.
Thank goodness for that.
Now we can move on.
What do you have here, ma'am? 220? 1015?